going on, y'all? It's your girl, Nephew Raps. It's the Vibe Session right here, Major Zone Radio. Listen, y'all, we always bringing y'all some of the hottest independent artists that are out here doing a damn thing, doing it on their own, getting it out the mud. And listen, we got another dope guest on the show today, Tony Miles. What it do, baby?
How y'all doing? What's up, y'all?
What up, what up, what up? So I'm loving the locks. I just love that energy. How long you been growing them out?
I appreciate it. June 1st actually makes 3 years.
Oh wow, they growing though. They nice and long.
You should have seen when I first had them. They look like the smallest. They look like little peas.
It's all good. You had the baby locks.
Yeah, I did.
It's all good. So for everybody listening, tell us what city you repping today.
Right now, I'm repping Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I currently live in New York. So I guess I'll rep both of them and everything like that. But really, if I gotta choose, I'm gonna rep Florida, Fort Lauderdale. That's my hometown. Yeah.
Shout out to Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to New York. What part of New York you in?
I'm in the Bronx.
Okay, the Bronx BX. I just love New York energy. It's like no place on earth like New York. But people will argue it's no place like Florida either. But they both have their things that make them interesting.
They really different. Like when you go to Florida, I don't know. It just feel a little comfortable. It feel like everything is a little slower. When you come up here, everything's moving. Everything's fast paced. Everything's just going. And I guess it's, if you're not used to it, you're going to have to adjust and everything like that because you will get left back and people will leave you behind if you're not keeping up. They don't got no issue with it.
No issue. They don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I always say when I go there, even walking on the street, like everybody's power walking.
Yeah.
If you know how to power walk, don't go. Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like now whenever I go back to Florida and whatever, I'm looking at places. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not far. I could walk over there because I'm so used to walking up here all the time. But I feel like people gonna look at me crazy if they see me walking on the street over there.
Right. They gonna be like, Tony Miles, you doing that? You need a ride. It's crazy, but I understand it fully. I definitely understand it. So what do you think is like the biggest difference in the music culture between the two places?
Oh, in terms of the culture, nah, you're not referring to like this is strictly the culture and not like the sound and they style and nothing like that, right?
The styles are definitely different, the way they rap in Florida versus New York. But do you feel like Florida has a lot of talent, a lot of artists? Because of course New York does, but New York kind of went through a phase a little while of not a lot of artists breaking from there. That's changing now, but for a little while it wasn't a lot of artists breaking. But Florida to me always has dope artists breaking. Like, I don't know. Does it seem like that to you?
I feel like especially recently, it's a lot of people from Florida that's really blowing up right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like we always had it, but I feel like right now it's like the most I've noticed. Like we got so many, and I'm looking up because I don't usually listen to a lot of artists and everything like that. I'm really picky, and I listen to a whole lot of R&B. So that's like, but like in terms of rappers, I go look up. I hear somebody new, go look up where they come from, and I'm like, oh, it's somebody else from Florida, and I start getting excited too because it's like, there was that period of time where New York really had like a whole bunch of artists coming from there, and even now I guess like they still got people, but like I don't know, it's. I don't know. Sometimes they got it, and then sometimes they really just they just don't got no artists coming out. But right now, I feel like Florida really got it, and I'm excited for it.
Man, that's a big play right there. I need New York to come on though. It's too many gatekeepers up there. Let's open up them doors a little bit. But definitely both cities that I love and enjoy my time there. So I'll be up in New York soon. I have to hit you up when I'm up there.
Most definitely.
Of course. So for those that may not know, how would you describe your vibe as an artist if we're putting on a Tony Miles record? What is that giving?
If I gotta put it on, I'll say this. I'll probably put on a vibe for people that like to just chill and get high and smoke. I mean, you could drink too, and like I got that type of vibe. It's more like a chill, Like I like to keep it balanced, but like I don't like to make people feel like I like to make timeless music. I feel like if you can vibe to it, it's timeless. Certain songs like that make you, not to say that you can't think or you can't make a song that would make you think, but I feel like songs that really make you think, I don't feel like that's something that people will be listening to all the time, every day. Because at certain times of the day, I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to be so introspective. Sometimes I just want to listen and feel the music, as opposed to. I try to find a balance between that. So, I mean, I'm still working. I'm still trying to perfect that. But like, that's really what I say my music is geared towards: the vibe, the introspective, but like a perfect balance, so where you can just listen to this at any time of the day.
Okay, I like that. And I like how you broke that down because I think that speaks to, because people complain sometimes about like the music and what people are talking about. But in theory, like sometimes we don't feel like being heavy all the time. Like we already got to deal with life as it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I get it's a sweet spot with it. And that, I think that's dope that you're able to kind of, find that sweet spot for you and still make the dope record. So that's good. I can't be mad at that. So since you got the vibe music, you feel me? That's right up my alley. So I gotta ask, is the dispensaries popping in New York yet? Because I need to know a good one when I come through.
Crazy thing is, I ain't seen not a goddamn dispensary yet. Like I haven't seen nobody say, and I don't really trust it. Like they be having like little trucks. They be having little trucks and they sell like little edibles and everything like that or whatever they got. I think it's CBD they be selling. No, I don't think it's that real shit. Yeah, no, we don't want none of that. If you really want, the only thing I still trust the plugs that you got to meet like outside down the street from the house and shit like that. Right. Like how it used to be and everything like that. Because now I still get my shit in like bags and everything like that. How they be coming in containers and shit. Yeah. Like I gotta make sure at least if my plug gotta at least smoke what I'm smoking, so I can get like an opinion off of it. I haven't seen no dispensary yet though. I don't think I don't know if they're gonna do that this year.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you're gonna be keeping an eye on it. So when I come up there, I know you got.
I got you. If anything, I at least got the best weed that they got over here.
Okay, pressure. Pressure. I like that. Okay, cool. So you've been doing a music thing, but we all know being a rapper is like not easy. And this is kind of like, even though it's a great time to get into it, it's also like a weird time at the same time as the industry changing and all these things. So, with that, what made you decide you were really going to do it? Because it comes with pros and cons.
Nah, I started early, really. Like I was like 15 when I said, you know what, I want to be a rapper. Like I really want to do this shit. And at the time, I was still in high school, so it was like, I'm like, yeah, I just want to be a rapper and shit like that, just cause. But it wasn't until I realized this is the only thing that I feel like I could be 100% genuine with. Like I've worked regular jobs and shit, and even now I'm still working the job, but it's like I don't feel like I gotta be there. It don't feel like that's what I'm meant for. Like whenever I'm sitting down and I write something and I show it to people and I see the reaction on their faces and the feeling that it gives them, that's when I'm like, you know what, this is what I need to do. Not because like, I mean, it's kind of, I want to say selfish and selfless, because it's like I enjoy I enjoy seeing people feel good about my music and everything, but I also enjoy just them being happy that they heard something and it brought them like some joy and everything like that. I like that reaction. And I like the fact that I could bring that to people and everything. So that's kind of what I like to do. And when I noticed that I could do it over and over and over, I'm like, you know what? I got to do this on a large scale. I got to make sure everybody can feel like this. That's what made me stick with it.
Okay, cool. I can't be mad at that. So that definitely means there's some passion there, because there's a lot of artists that get into it for the money, like especially the hustlers or whatever. A lot of them don't have the passion. They just like, oh, I can do this. I got the money.
Don't get me wrong. If people trying to get me rich, I ain't got no problem being rich now.
Hey, listen, let's get into it, okay?
I take the money now, please.
Facts. Hey, we gotta get it how we live out here. I feel you. Okay. So outside of doing music, what's some things you do or some things that you're into that has nothing to do with music?
I I do all types of art. Like I draw. I don't necessarily paint, but like I be trying. But like I definitely draw. I write stories and everything like that, like literature. Uh, I've written plays before, and a lot more when I was younger and everything like that. Like if it got anything to do with art, I'm all for it and
Okay.
everything like that. And that's really what my passion go for and everything
Okay.
like. Yeah, that's what I really like to do. But even outside of that, like I don't know. I'd say at least currently learning to be like, what you call it, like building stuff and everything like that. I'm trying to get into that too and everything like I've already started building stuff because of my employment, so it's already got like a background in that. But I'm trying to expand it so that way if I need to like build, if I feel like getting creative and everything like that, I could just do it on my own and everything.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work in that too.
Okay, ladies, you heard that. Tony Miles got a lot of skills and talents out here in these streets. Okay, and he got a nice smile. Peep the smile. Okay, don't let him put y'all over now.
Don't make me
Um,
blush. Don't make me blush now.
I'm trouble. I'm gonna be good though. Okay, I like that. Who would you say artist-wise is like your biggest influence, like a goat to you, or somebody you look up to, or maybe want to follow their steps?
It's funny you asked that because this boy done dropped the album yesterday. This man J. Cole.
Yes.
Since I was since I was 13, this man been my favorite rapper. And I heard him in like when I was like 11 years old. And that's when I never understood bars like that but my brother, he broke it down and he's like, it was you heard In the Morning with Drake on it? J.
Listen,
Cole.
don't drag me, but I have
Oh
not listened
no.
to the Cole. I love Cole, but I was so pressed on listening to what Nicki put out. I ain't
No,
making
this
the
is
Cole
no,
yet.
this is old J. Cole. This is like 2010.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I may know the sound of it over the
Okay.
title. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was like I think maybe one of their first collabs. But
Okay.
this man J. Cole, he said, "You summertime fine. I let you get on top. I be the underline. Trying to get beside you like the number 9 down." And
You find
before
it
that,
there.
yeah, see, you
Okay.
know it. Shit.
Big purr. Anyway.
Well, at first my brother played it to me, and I'm like, "What the fuck is he saying?" But then
Yeah.
he broke it all down, and it blew my mind. That was the first time I ever understood what bars was. So
Yeah.
that man J. Cole. After that, I was like, "Yo!" And then I found his music again, and I started listening to all his music. And then like I was like 13, I was like, "Yo, this man is it." Bro became my favorite rapper after that. I was like 12, 13, became my favorite rapper right after that. Listened to all his music, like I think one of his old songs been my favorite song since then for like 10 years. Like I swear, this man music is great. And I'd say that'd be like my first biggest influence.
Okay. Shout out to Cole. He's definitely, I think, a GOAT of our generation for
Oh,
sure.
most definitely.
Much respect in the game. And then when he's
Mm.
not dropping, everybody's like, okay, Cole, we need some
Yeah,
music. Where you
yeah,
at? It's him and Kendrick. Like niggas be looking for
yeah,
their music when they decide they want to disappear
yeah.
somewhere for a year and a half. We be looking for it.
I think it works for them too.
Yeah, it works. It definitely works. So shout out to Cole, man. If y'all haven't checked out that new project, please do so. Um,
Um, you ever heard of Smino?
huh?
You ever heard of Smino?
Uh, how the song go?
No,
How's it
no,
go?
no, no. This is another artist, completely other artist.
Oh, CeeLo Green?
No, Smino, Smino.
Oh shit. I don't know.
If
I
you
can't.
no, he's not as famous as Cole, so I don't blame you for not knowing
Okay.
his name. But if you ever get the chance, go listen to that man music. That's probably like my second influence. Like I really like those two are like my biggest influences after that. Like
Okay. So you put
yeah,
me there. I'm gonna check it out. And if I'm vibing, I'm gonna give you your props on it because I
yeah,
love
yeah.
exploring some new music for sure.
Definitely.
Do you think bars are gonna make a big comeback? Do you think that because I love all the music, I make
Hmm.
all kinds of music. Sometimes I do the
Hmm.
auto tune stuff, and other times I'm like
Yeah.
barring it to death. But a lot of times you got to find a balance, especially if you're a
Yeah.
bar rapper or if you're a lyrical rapper. So, do you think that is gonna come back around? and that be the main thing, or do you think the sound that we're hearing is kind of gonna be it?
I think if the bars do come back, it has to be done correctly. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that can just do bars.
Yeah.
But like, and you can't just, I mean, you can just listen to bars all day, but like, a lot of people are, not following, they a lot more attracted to the melodic sounds that they got going on now. So if you're gonna do bars, I feel like you gotta have like your own kind of lane with it. You can't just do regular bars how it's like traditionally done. You gotta make the bars gotta be something that like nobody's heard, or like completely out of this world or something like that. Like we've already had so many bar heavy people that is, we don't really need. Well, I don't want to say we don't need it, but like for it to be once again the main thing, I feel like we've already grown a little past that. People are a lot more interested in just making songs now as opposed to just rapping. But I feel like but like you said, the balance, if you can find the balance, definitely that'll probably be like the best thing if you're trying to be like a real artist.
Okay. All right. That's pressure. I like that response right there. Okay. So speaking of dope music, I understand you've been working on something new. Can we get like a little sneak peek? Can we get it exclusive right here?
Right here? True. Hold on. Yeah, I got y'all right quick. One second. Yeah. Had I known, I'd have been a little prepared, a little more prepared.
Oh, good. Let's see what we're working with.
I'm trying to experiment a little more. What's the name? Branch out and expand my horizon.
Okay, that's always a good thing.
I think of Tony fucking Miles, smoothest nigga alive.
Bitch, my bitch Mary
Jane,
a visionary,
my bitch Pookie, my bitch Betty.
Take a look, Ashton. Enemy of creativity.
Tony Miles, whoa. Expanded my horizons. Goddamn, this drive is vital. Left hand on time, savage. She loves help with I conquer. This shawty, how's inside her? She think Tony Miles beside it. Sex drunk and how's excited. I'm a simple ass nigga, I love pussy music weed. I wanna go to my teeth, I want to into my dreams. Wanna kill us with the seed, want my niggas to be rich. Shit, I want a perfect peace, but my standards give a kids. If a less than happy days for my dogs. I want it and never heard again. Shit, other than my mama, shawty like my best friend. She believe in your money, and I do myself, and so I been never back with the win. I won't set it for a team. Why the fuck did she kid? Why shit? Damn, I would never stand a chase. Man, so put a nigga down, feel like chase. Nigga start shit, fuck around, get a face. Whip out the dick for your bitch, she tastes it. She wanna do. I say guarantee the living and I follow through. I be picky with the bitches like slide through. Shorty got senses and state of some bottom of shit. Why would I switch? Place your lifestyle up miss. Can't relate to roll, that's close. Celebrate, break, blow, let's toast. But my new hoe too list. Gon' spread my third leg on dick. This it. She said T like both, but I don't see on this dick. Cause if I'm fake, cassette, goddamn.
Okay. Bars. Listen, we just had to talk about bars. And you on there spitting though with your own vibe, okay? Listen, I know bars when I hear bars. I heard the patterns and I peep game, okay?
I appreciate it.
So what's that joint called?
It's called Apologies from Betty Boop.
Apologies from Betty Boop. That's an interesting title.
Yeah.
Is it out? Is the record out yet?
No, but I intend on dropping it this month though. Probably like the end of the month.
Pressure. So what made you name it Apologies from Betty Boop? Did Shorty look like Betty Boop?
No, it's because at the end, it's because if you know the history of Betty Boop, initially she was black, right?
I did. I learned that.
Yeah, so
it makes sense though, because she was two stacked in the front and the back.
Mm-hmm. You know what you're talking about? Ain't no way. So I was, at the end of my song, I referenced that. I'm like, yo, like initially Betty Boop was black, and I guess I want to acknowledge it. So technically, it should be apologies to Betty Boop. But I decided, you know what, I kind of want to make it apologies from Betty Boop, at least from and I don't even reference it in the song. Like I only named it that just so I get asked that question, like, why'd you name it that?
Okay.
But it's so for the newer version of Betty Boop, the apology is from her for not being the authentic version of Betty Boop.
Okay.
That's what that's
I like
for.
that.
I
You
appreciate it.
put some thought into that.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. And those of y'all that looking crazy, Google is your friend.
Google is your homie.
Go ahead and look up the original Betty Boop, then holla at us. Then get woke like we woke. Okay.
Yeah. They don't know.
Pressure. Okay. So the world is kind of like opening back up, people going back outside, summer's coming. What's some things you want to get into this summer that you kind of weren't able to do during COVID?
I don't even know. See, I haven't made plans for the summer actually. I think really I just made plans for the year. It was like drop more music, do music videos. But like in terms of the summer, damn. And the summer coming up too. You making me really think about it. I gotta make plans specifically for the summer.
Basically, what I'm seeing is Tony Miles don't want to admit he about to have a hot boy summer. He like, I ain't even gonna talk about it because it's gonna get really real.
It's funny. It's funny you say I had a hot boy winter, and I was like, you know what? I figured I was gonna chill for the summer, but I might travel. So you know what? If I'm gonna be a hot boy this summer, I'm gonna make sure I do it in other states. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's the safe way. Let me find out. Tony Miles like, look, I've been a hot boy all the 4 seasons. I'm
tired right now. I'm gonna chill for a little bit or something like that. Then get back into it.
Okay, all right. It's all good. It's all good. City Girls up 1. Bye. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, cool. So I also know you got a new single that you just dropped. I feel like I saw a music video on your page.
Confetti, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the new joint.
That was shot by my homie. His name is Franco. He a part of this little group, Melodic Trends. I had hooked up with him, and I told him the concept of the idea. I had found, like, usually because in New York you find a lot of shit just everywhere. People just be throwing, especially when you in Manhattan. You know, the people got too much money; they don't be wanting shit, so they just be throwing shit out. So I found a teddy bear, but it was a big ass teddy bear. So I cut the head off. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use this. I don't know what I needed it for, but I was like, I'm gonna use this one day for a music video. Usually when I find shit, I'm like, music video. But I was listening to the song and I'm like, you know what? There's a line in it where I go, you ain't appreciate when I had been around. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that and use that as the concept of the whole video. So when I did that, I was like, you know what? This bear head is gonna represent when like their level of appreciation. So what I did with that, if you watch the video, if you notice, for the most part, whenever I'm around people, the bear head is always on. When I'm by myself, it's off. And even at the end, I'm around people and I got it on and I take it off. And once I take it off, all the people disappear. That's to show that when I'm trying to be my authentic self, there's nobody around that's really fucking with it. But when I got the bear head on, and you can even see they having fun when the bear head on. They playing tennis and all of that. They run around smoking and having fun and chilling. That's when they appreciate it. But whenever I'm trying to be myself and authentic, nobody's around. And that's what the concept of the video was based around. Like, you ain't appreciate when the real Tony Miles had been around. So the confetti, I go, my rain is like confetti. You know, confetti is, like it rains down and shit. But my rain, like REIGN, that's like, it's gonna be like rain. But if it's gonna rain, it's gonna be like celebratory. It's gonna be like grand and shit like that. Okay. So even if you ain't around, my reign is gonna be like, whether you're around or not, I'm still gonna be like the shit. Like things are gonna be grand around me, and you ain't appreciate when I was around with all this grand energy. So now it's like,
I like that. I'm gonna have to put that on my playlist. Okay. No, but that's real. Like, I love that theme, because I think as artists, especially artists that are really passionate about the music and what we do, I think so many people, not even artists, but people period, can relate to that. Like, you know what I mean? People don't be ready to accept all of you.
Yeah, true.
But you do something a little different just to see how people will react, and they might take that over, an expression of your true deep self. It happens. So I think that was a dope way to do kind of a play on words when it comes to
Thank you.
yeah. So
Sure.
we're gonna have to check that out. That's called Confetti, right?
Yeah, Confetti.
Okay.
That
So
was on my last EP. It dropped in November.
Okay.
Called Purple.
Purple. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, y'all go get the whole EP. Go get the Purple EP. Make sure you download it, stream it, tell a friend and tell a friend. Get the Confetti record, put it on repeat. Okay, that's how we're doing it at the Vibe Session. Okay, cool. So I know you've been working. I know you got the Confetti record. I know you about to drop the other record. You doing any shows coming up? You hitting the stage? Can people pull up on you?
I've been looking, and like I think I gotta ask the right people and everything. I asked my homie, he hasn't found anything. I asked a couple of my homies, they ain't found nothing. But
okay.
I've been it was easier before the pandemic, it was easier. There was shows all around, but then after that, like I don't even know. I'm still looking, like I'm trying to go back into performing because that's really where I found like my passion for it. I used to perform in front of people all the time at school. I used to be at church all the time on stage, have little solos and everything. That's where I really was like music was it. So I'm definitely trying to go back and performing in front of people. Okay. I just don't know what they're doing to that. I'm still searching. And it's New York. You think they gonna have like shits all over the place, but
right.
I don't know. I
think all right. Well, listen, if you find yourself in Texas anytime soon, we having Drip Fest July 8th out here. So just to throw that out there, if you want to hit the stage, we got you.
I most definitely. I'll fly to Texas. I got family out of Texas. I ain't got no issue going over there.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. I'm gonna hit you up about it too. It's July 8th.
July 8th, most definitely. What day that is? That's a weekend?
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
So it's like a pre-weekend turn.
I'll take time off for work. I ain't even tripping.
All right, that's a bet. That's a major play. All right. Well, listen, Tony, it's been so dope talking to you today. You've been such a dope guest on the show.
Likewise, I appreciate it.
Of course, we definitely going to be following you, keeping up with what you got going on. And of course, as always, if there's any way we can support you, share your stuff, share your drops, make sure you tag us in it so we can show that love.
Oh, most definitely. If y'all trying to find me, my Instagram is at TonyMilesWoah. Tony Miles. Whoa. And make sure the smoothest nigga alive. Make sure y'all get me on everything. My music is on Apple Music, Spotify. I think it's even on Tidal. I don't know who use Tidal and shit like that, but it's on there too. It's wherever you can find it and everything like that. Go look me up and everything. True.
Okay. Pressure season. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Tony Miles. Dope artist, dope spirit, dope energy. Make sure y'all support him. And go get the record. Confetti is out right now on every platform. Wherever you listening, just download it because that's how we doing it, baby. Thanks again, Tony, for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's all love, baby. The Vibe Session, Major Zone Radio. It's your girl.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you get off, I gotta get this thing on camera. I gotta let these people know. I completely forgot. The interview was too lit.
It's lit, baby. That's all right. We gonna run it back. Okay, we gonna run it back for y'all. Thank you again.
We're running it back. All right.
Thank you again, Tony Miles, for being a dope guest on the show. Make sure y'all tap in with us. It's the Vibe Session, Major Zone Radio. It's your girl, Nephew Braps. Until next time, baby. We out.